Hi, George here, and we're going to be changing a music disc, what's on a music disc here inside of Minecraft 1.21, brand new version here. This is for Java, and we'll be taking a look at, let me just bring this up here, and we have all these different records. You can change what's on any one of these records or all of them if you want to, including the new ones, which is the Lena Rain Creator Music Box or Creator over here, Precipice. So all of those can be changed as well. We'll be using a different one though, and that's blocks right here. And that's just because this is the longest playing of the records, so you can put something else on there. Now the problem with changing the music on these things is that they will only play as long as the disc here, so you want to find a long one, and that's blocks. This goes for about 5.5 minutes, 5:45, something like that. Pretty good length. Some of these things are only like a minute and 10 seconds long, so we'll be using blocks. Okay, switch over to the desktop and start work on this project. Now I put up a new list of all the record names and how long they run. And this here on my website just for this channel. And I'll scroll down and it's right there. Records in 121. It's a text file. Just click on that, open that up. And here's the song names, how they're spelled, all of that stuff. And here's how long they are as well if you want to check on that one. And there's that folder where they go. We'll be working with this as we move further forward here. Okay, the first thing we need to do is to gather our resources together here. And of course, you're going to be needing your new song file. I have one right here. Now this cone, this is just because I use the VLC media player. That's the icon for that. If you use a different media player, you'll have a different icon, so don't worry about that. And I have my own custom pack.png file right here. If you don't have one, that's fine. I'll show you where you can get the default one, which is a grass block. But you can make your own. It's just 128 by 128, and it's named pack.png. It's a PNG file. Easy to make those. We also need a few things from the vanilla resource pack, so let's go ahead and we'll grab that. And for that, we need to bring up the launcher. Here we go. I'm in the Java edition, as you can see over here, and go over where it says installations, bring this up, latest release, and that's 1.21, and click on this folder icon right there. This brings up the Minecraft folder. Inside here, scroll down, take it to versions, open versions up, then you want the 121 folder. Ignore any of these pre-things, anything else. You want the one that just says 121 right there. Let's open this up. And you should be seeing two files in here. Let me just change my view on that. Large icons, there we go. You should see a jar file and a JSON file. You may have a different icon over here. I just opened up my JSON files in Notepad++. I'll tell you about that in just a little bit. If you're not seeing the .jar and .json, then go over here to View, come down to Show, and File Name Extensions right there. I'm in Windows 11 right now. If you're still using Windows 10, just go up to the View tab at the top, and you'll find a checkbox for File Name Extensions. Just go ahead and check that. So you then should see the .jar over here. If you're only seeing the JSON file, then you need to go back over here and play the new release here at least once, at least as far as the title screen. Because Minecraft downloads the .jar file the first time you play that version, and it does it right before the title screen shows up. So go ahead and just go there, and you should then have your two files so we can get to that .jar file. Now we need to get this over into our working folder. That's really easy. Here's my working folder, and I just made a new folder on my C drive, and I named it Pack. Put it anywhere you want to, call it whatever you want to, that's fine. It just works out for me. And all we have to do is just to copy this over here. Don't just drag it over, you want to copy it. So I'll just right drag, that's right mouse button, and copy. There we go. Okay, we can close this now. We'll come back to that at a later point. We now need to open this up, and to do that, we need to convert this over into a zip file, but that's real easy because this happens to be a zip file. It just says .jar. So click into the name once, click a second time. You can then backspace over jar and type zip on that. Click outside someplace, say yes. It's now a zip file. Now we need to drag and drop some stuff out of here. So to make that easy, right click and open that in a new window. There we are. The first thing I want to show you where that default pack PNG file is right on this page here. Way down near the bottom, and it's right here, pack.png. That's that grass block one. So if you want to use that one, just copy that over. Okay, let's go back up here to the top. Now we need some folders over here, and we need to have an image and a language file. So let's go into Assets, into Minecraft, and the first thing here is this language folder or lang folder. If you go inside here, you should see just one file, and it should be the one that's correct for your country, so you should be okay on that. Drag that over. There's that lang folder, that's good. We need to get the image of the disk. That's going to be in Textures right down here. Open up Textures and open up Item. And go down to the music discs. right down here. And the one I want is blocks. That's what we're changing right there. Just drag that over. There's the image for blocks. And we also need to have this path up here. It's assets, Minecraft textures, and item. We need to have that path, and this has to go into that path. So I'm just going to copy it up here, right down into here. So let's make a new folder. Call this one assets. Go inside of that one, new folder. This one's Minecraft. There we go. Inside of this, new folder. This is textures. See that right up there. There we go. Inside of textures, new folder, and item. Okay, inside of here is where our disk image is going to be going. We'll be doing a new disk image, and it's going to go inside of that folder. We also can move our Lang folder over right now. Just drag it over here to assets, open this up, drag it into Minecraft, and it sits right there. So your textures and your Lang. And then we need to make a new folder right inside of here. The sounds folder is not inside of the vanilla resource pack, so we have to make this one. New folder, sounds. And then go inside of sounds and a new folder right here. This one is called records. And our song file goes right inside of here. Let's back up to that. Here's my song file. I'm just going to put that in there right now, and we'll then adjust it later. Just drag it over here. Inside of assets, drag it into Minecraft. Drag it into sounds. And then drag it into records. So we'll be changing this one. Change our view here. We'll be changing this over to the right name and the right file type in just a little bit. But we'll do this a step at a time. We'll start off with the disk image. I just want to have a different picture on here. So this is a real small image, it's 16 by 16. I'm going to go a little bit larger for better detail. You can up-res these pretty easily. But let's go ahead and we'll find that. Let's also get rid of this pack down here. We no longer need that. Get that out of the way. There we go. We can get this out of our way for the moment. Okay, let's find a new picture to use. Okay, now I went here to a site called Pixabay. Good place to find images. I just typed in disk and I set this for illustrations. And a lot of stuff in here. Let's just find something kind of fun. Maybe this one, I don't know. See what else we have down here. I think that one. I'll use this one this time. There we go. Let's download this. It's a good idea to get an account here. These are all free, so don't worry about that, but the account makes it a bit easier to download. Go over here where it says download. Go for the small size, that's all we need. Click on download, and then save this back into your same folder. Choose save. Okay, that's done, we've got that. And there's our new image. Let's now get this resized properly and also renamed. It needs to be this name. We'll take care of that name second. Let's just get this taken care of first though. You can edit this in anything that you want. Doesn't matter, we're just resizing this. Right click. You can use a lot of different programs for this, but you cannot use Windows Paint because it doesn't have transparency. You need to have transparency. So anything else is fine, just not Windows Paint. I'll be using paint.net, which is free. Click on that one. Again, we're just resizing this. And the only requirement is it has to have transparency. That's that checkerboard pattern back there. Let's now get this smaller. Go up here to image. Come down to resize. I'll change the height here to 32. That's double the size. It's actually 4 times larger than the original. And that's all we need. Where it says resampling, set this at nearest neighbor or keep hard edges, something like that. All the programs have that choice or a choice very much like that. Choose OK. It makes it the right size. Let's just zoom in on this. Okay, there we go. And then File, Save As. You want to save it as this file name here. So click on the file name. That's now the right file name. And then save it into the right folder. So go into Assets, into Minecraft, into Textures, and into Item. It goes right here. Choose Save, choose OK, and that's done. We're all set to go with our picture. Okay, let's get this out of the way. The next thing I want to change is that language file. Go into Assets, go into Minecraft, go into the Lang folder. Let's just make this larger again. There we go. We'll be editing this file. I always edit these things in Notepad++. It's a free code editor, and it's real easy to use. And it does a much better job than other things like Windows Notepad, which is just awful like this. That will mess you up. You should get Notepad++, again, free download. And there's a lot of stuff in here, as you can see. We need to find the stuff for the music discs. So let's go up here to search. I'm down to find. I'm just going to search for a creator because that's one of the music discs, and it's easy to find it this way. Choose next. And here we are in the right section. There's creator. What we want is blocks, and that's right here. This we have 2 things. We have music disc blocks and music disc blocks description. Music disc blocks, the top one here, This is what it says in the inventory. The description is what it says when you put it inside of the jukebox. So you need to change these two things. And let's go back to the working folder, which is right here. And let's go into the sounds and records. And here's the name of that disk I'm using. So I'm just going to click into here, copy the name, right click and copy. Go back to the lang file. Then I'll just paste that right here where it says music disk. Make sure you don't lose those quotation marks. We'll paste that right there. I'll do the same thing here on the description. Right click and paste right there. Now you don't have to have the whole name in here if you don't want to. You could shorten this down. Let me just back over this. I left that name on there just so you can see that. But I'll use this short. There we go. I got this from the YouTube media library. And then down here it says disc blocks description. This is what used to show when you put it inside of the jukebox. That has changed right now. I don't know if this is a glitch or not. But in 120 and earlier, you changed this one and you would then see this when you put the disc in the jukebox. Right now, it's still showing the original name. So I'm changing it anyway, just in case. That could just be a glitch, could be fixed on one of their little updates. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So this one will work up here. This one down here may or may not at this point. So we'll just have to see how that is. And that's all we have to do here. Let's save this. And that's all set. Now, if you're in a different country from the US, you need to change a different file over here. All the rest of these are hidden, at least in Java. I have a whole video about where you can find those, and I'll put a link for that in the description in case you need to do that. Okay, let's back out to Minecraft and go into Sounds and Records. We now need to change this over. We have to do two things here. One, it has to be renamed, and the second one is it has to be converted over to the .ogg format. Now, you can't just type it on here. That's not going to work. It has to be converted with a good sound editing app. I like using a free program named Audacity. Perfect for this kind of work. I'll open up the Audacity program and we'll get this over there. Here we go. Let's get that out of the way. Now, an easy way to get a sound file in here is to drag and drop. So I'll do that. Let's just take this and drag it in like that. There we go. Notice how this comes in as a stereo soundtrack. We need to have mono for the jukebox to work correctly. You can do everything we need here in just one step. Go up to File, come down to Export Audio, and in here, we need to change our file name. This is just going to be blocks. We need to change where it's being saved into. Let me just move this over into our working folder. Here's our working folder. Let's go ahead and find that location. Here's our sounds, records. Goes right here. We need to change the format. I want the OGG Vorbis files format. There we go. And then change the audio options to mono. So everything is all done in one shot here. Choose Export. And there we go. That's done. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Not going to bother saving that. And there's our new song file right there. We can now just delete this file, hit the delete key, and just leave the blocks.ogg. Okay, that's all set. And if you want to do more than just one disk, simply get additional pictures for your additional disks. All of those go inside of that same textures folder right here next to this one. And then you edit the same lang file right there. And then on the records, into sounds records, your additional records go right inside here. Just replace anything that's in the current list of records. Do 1, 2, 3, change all records if you want to. That's just fine. Okay, we need one more thing in here, and that's a pack.mcmeta file. Now, they used to be included in the vanilla resource pack over here. It no longer is for reasons I don't know. So I have this up on my website. Let me bring that up. Here we go, and go into the pack.mcmeta. And here's what you want. It's 121, and the pack format right now is 34. It's changing all the time. Right now it's at 34. Click on that and download. This is just a zip file. Save it back into your pack folder or your working folder. Choose Save. And that's done. Let's get that out of the way. There it is. I'm going to right-click on this and open a new window. And there's a file that we need right there. Just drag it over here. And that's done. You can delete that zip file. We don't need that any longer. Hit the delete key. There we go. Now you can leave this as is if you want to. It doesn't matter. Or you can change the name in here. And I'm editing this again inside of Notepad++. Pack format is already set. If you want to, you can change the name right here. I'm just going to call this one Custom Record 121, so I know what that is. And we'll save that. And that's done. That's all set to go. Okay, we can now actually build our resource pack. And for that, we just need to have three things in here. The assets folder, hold the control key down. You want that pack PNG, either your custom one or the grass block one I showed you earlier, and that pack.mcmeta file. Right click, compress to zip file, and give it a name. I'll call it Custom Record 121 again. If you're in Windows 10, just click on the Share tab and you'll find the Save to Zip right there. We can now put this in the game. And for that, let's bring back up the Minecraft launcher, which is right here. Let's go back to that folder again. Bring that up. Here we go. And scroll down. This time we're coming down to resource packs. Let's open this up. And then over here, I'm just going to right drag it over here and I'll copy that in. And I'll also be uploading this onto my website so you can download this actual pack if you want to. That'll be up there for download. And that's all set to go. Let's go ahead and close these out. We're done with all of that stuff. Let's now play the game right here. And we'll activate this and test it out. Now I already have my game going. So let me bring that up. That's right here. Let's go into options, into resource packs. And you should see a new pack over here, left-hand side there. It is custom record 121 zip and custom record 121. This is what I typed into the pack.mcmeta. That's right down there. Click on the arrow, brings it over here right-hand side. That's now loaded in. Choose done and done again. Back to game. Okay, let's see how this worked. Hit the E key and bring up our inventory. Let's check our disk image first. Scroll down. Now we're in the tools section right now. There we go, tools and utilities. There's our new disk. That looks good. There's that new name inside the inventory. That's correct. Let's just pull it down right to here. And the new name is staying there. Notice the old name is still there at the bottom, but here's our new name. Let's grab that. There's the new name showing right there as I grab that. That's fine. So that looks good. In the hand, looks good. Everything was working fine there. Let's put it in the jukebox and see what happens. Now, last time I tested this, it's still showing the old name of the disk and not the new name of the disk. Again, I don't know if that's a glitch or not. It should be showing the new name. We'll see if that gets fixed or not. Okay, right click. Okay, old name is still showing in there, unfortunately. But it is playing the new song. So the song has been changed. The name hasn't. Again, could be a glitch. Could get fixed. It may not. I don't know about that. Okay, let's just right click and out that comes. So there you go. That's how you can change what's on these record discs here inside of Minecraft. Easy to do. Now, if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Click on subscribe if you haven't already done so. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get notifications of my new videos. I'm doing new videos all the time. If you want to help me keep on putting new videos up here on YouTube, consider sending me a thanks. That's that thanks button right down there below the bottom right-hand corner of the video. Or grab some of my merch in the merch shelf there or below the video. And I'll see you next time.